Hi, everyone. Thank you for joining us. Today on Perspectives, we hear how one of our local chambers of commerce is helping new business owners develop collaboration, leadership, and teamwork skills. It's an 18-week program that will team them together with other entrepreneurs who have shared interests and goals on a journey to success in today's competitive business environment. Well, one group of the entrepreneurs has already established in their businesses, but they want to get to the next level. The experts, who are specialized in different fields such as legal, accounting, social media, and brand strategy, just to name a few, are brought in to provide business insight. It's a shared learning experience that features enriching discussions of real-world business issues among a diverse group of professionals. The program is being offered by the Mobile Area Black Chamber of Commerce. They launched it in May of 2023. It's their Minority Build a Business Accelerator cohort, called the MBA-BA Entrepreneurial Cohort Program. It invites participation, fosters creativity, builds leadership skills, and generates a sense of community. Chamber leaders say that the model offers many benefits: interactive learning that enables participants to think independently and develop and deepen their own conclusions and ideas. Being clearly defined, the format, they say, allows goal visioning to be achieved, and they can also cultivate professional and personal networks. Our guests today are the Mobile Area Black Chamber of Commerce Chairwoman, Ms. Michelle Wilson, and the project manager for the Minority Build a Business Accelerator Cohort Program, Levy King III. Well, after a quick break this morning, we'll talk about the MABCC and its Minority Build Business Accelerator Cohort Program. We'll also talk about how the program works, how well the initial 13 participants fared as they started and completed their entrepreneurial journey in the 18-week program, what businesses they opened, and we'll also get an update on the latest group that's near completion of their 18 weeks. Perspectives continues in just a moment. And welcome back. Our guest today, Ms. Michelle Wilson. She is the chairwoman of the Chamber of Commerce for the Mobile Area Black Chamber of Commerce, and Mr. Levy King III. He is the project manager of this incredible program that we're talking about today. Thanks for joining us. We're glad to have you here.
Good to be here.
You know, when you look at the success of black-owned businesses, the numbers are not that, we aren't that as proud as we would be. Or we look back at how far it used to be. There was a golden age, and where you're talking about millionaires have been created and people being very successful in all of the different businesses that we used to have available in our community. But today, this chamber that you guys got going here, you are now providing the assistance and the programs, seeing a need. And let's start talking about some of that as we look at how did you all come to the decision of having this type of program, and what need did you see here locally that you wanted to provide that for the entrepreneurs?
Okay. Well, Eric, the need for the program that we have, like you said before, there's so many businesses out there. People want to start business, for one thing. And as a Black Chamber, we're here to provide those information, resources. So before we started this, our previous chairperson, we got the grant from ARPA, and so the program was built around that, and we saw the need for that. So that's when that all started. And
the grant was provided by the state as well as some other opportunities where the funding was there.
Correct.
Now, Mr. King has been in business as well as working with the chamber, so you can see it from both sides of the picture, and you can feel what some of the people may be going through.
I can. It's been a humbling experience to watch these budding entrepreneurs and some already existing entrepreneurs step into this space with this high level of anticipation, but a lot of feeling of not exactly knowing what to expect, right? They understand what the cohort topics are and what the goal is, but you really can't experience it until you begin. And just seeing their maturation, just seeing their ability to grow over this 18-week process and watching them internalize this information. The goal is to internalize that information, but the main goal is to be able to coach each and every entrepreneur to put into practice what they're learning. So each week they're learning a new skill, a new entrepreneurial skill, and by the time they graduate, each person has been able to meet each metric on each topic and put those metrics into place. So when they graduate, they are more mature, more readily to compete for those opportunities that are out there for them.
And we're talking about a nearly 5-month program. When we say 18 weeks, it's very close to that. Now, you have one class that finished already. Tell us what you have observed in seeing their progress from initially coming in, and then, of course, the graduation process. And I believe, if I'm not mistaken, 13 businesses were a part of that first group, and you've got them out there now doing their own thing on their own. Give us an idea of what you saw in these 13.
And those 13, these 13 young women that participated, very
all
eager,
ladies?
all ladies for the first one. It was a surprise to us when it happened. It wasn't by choice, it just happened that way. But they are all excited to be in this program. And so if you talk to one of them, they will tell you the experience they got from it, how it helped them to get out there, to talk to people, to open up their business, to learn how to do a business plan, lending, getting loans for their business, all of them, whatever that looks like for them, they were able to do it. So if you talk to one of the ladies there, they will tell you exactly how this program has really helped them to get started. And
what are some of those businesses that they
some of the business,
doing?
We have a young lady that's, right now she's opened up a restaurant. We have a young lady that's doing a website with T-shirts and what have you. And then we have another young lady that's doing a fitness program. So it's just different types of.
Broad and diverse.
It is. It really is. So, yes.
So what did you see, Mr. King, as you were working with these business entrepreneurs over this 18-week period? Did you see that hunger in their eye when they first came in, and their desire to be successful in this?
I did. The application process is very rigorous, first and foremost. We want to make sure that we vet and we choose individuals that have the capacity and the desire to be able to complete this rigorous program.
So not just everybody can walk in.
Not just everyone can. It is a very systematic process that we use to select the 15 max participants that we take. We pull together a committee, and that committee is independent of the chamber, and they make a decision based on a rubric of each person's application. So it's extremely fair. So those persons who are actually selected, Mr. Reynolds, they've earned it because we're accepting 200 plus applications for the first and also for the second. So they should feel very honored to be chosen, and it's based on the information that they've placed on that application. So I've seen those persons coming in with a desire to be able to compete, but I also have watched them go from a desire to want to compete to understanding and knowing and believing that they're gaining the tools necessary to go out and succeed and win in their chosen field.
Now, some of the percentages that we were talking about, just briefly mentioned in the beginning, the odds of being successful, that 8 of 10 black-owned businesses, according to some of the new survey information from 2023, they fell within the first 18 months. That's according to Bloomberg. So when you look at the business climate and community here in the Mobile area, what do you see for budding entrepreneurs?
Those numbers are alarming, and they should be alarming to anyone who's just heard you share them. But also, it's smaller in the city of Mobile. It's even smaller. So our numbers are smaller than that. And so the Black Chamber is designed, while the Black Chamber is a chamber for all people. Anyone can join the Black Chamber as an entity, but it's designed to give those special services that we know African American entrepreneurs need. They need more intrinsic conversations. They need more one-on-one skills. They need an organization that understands literally their plight of trying to be successful in this entrepreneurial business world. And so we've seen those numbers begin to be reduced. Graduating 13 new entrepreneurs to the county, that's an amazing feat, to be honest with you, all at one time. And so we're preparing to do that same thing over again, this time with 14 entrepreneurs that we will release into the community. We're going to do that 4 more times through 2026. So they are aware of this minuscule number, but they've all committed to being one of those change agents to make that number change, and not just for them, but they've got the know-how now and the encouragement to encourage other African American entrepreneurs to do the same. So the chamber's making a difference by touching one, but when you touch one, you're actually touching a multiplicity of people.
So you're planting some serious seeds here.
The chamber is.
Yes,
Yes,
we
the
are.
chamber is.
Excellent.
Yes, we are.
Now, when we talk about the chamber, share a little bit about what and why there was a need for, say, because some people don't understand when you say you throw in ethnicity into a group of an organization, but there is a reason that happens. And what happened here in Mobile to see the need for a Mobile area Black Chamber of Commerce?
Okay, well, first of all, this young man named Daryl Pendleton is the founder of the Black Chamber. So he was approached by the CEO of the Alabama State Black Chamber, Mr. Jerry Mitchell. And he approached him. They were trying to start Black chambers in different areas of the state of Alabama, and so Mobile was one. And they saw a need because we do have some business that would go to, the need was there for them. You know, they could go to another chamber, but it wasn't a right fit for them. So everybody had their own talent, their own, you know, things that they needed. And so that's why the Black Chamber was started, to touch that particular group of people.
And are many of the people in the Cohort program, is their first endeavor, their first touch of business, and they maybe had not seen a business owner for an example, in their family or in their environment, but this is the first time that they have been in this kind of position with just the desire, and that makes a difference, right?
It
Makes a
does.
difference. It does. It makes a huge difference. It shows that you can start something from nothing, but it also reminds you that a dream is a dream until you put the characteristics and the ingredients that you need to accompany your dream to be successful. So persons are stepping into this cohort with not having business plans, strategic plans, not having business licenses, not having how to market your business, how to build a good customer service base. They're being taught all of those things. But we have two types of cohorts. The first cohort are
I'll tell you, hold on that point there, and when we come back, we'll go into that, but that was a good place to leave us there as you were sharing some of those important ingredients of who the people are and what they want to accomplish here through the Chamber and through the Cohort program. Our very special guests today, Ms. Michelle Wilson and Mr. Levy King III, as we talk more about the Business Accelerator Cohort program of the Mobile Area Black Chamber of Commerce. More on Perspectives in just a moment. Welcome back to Perspectives, and we're talking today to Ms. Michelle Wilson and Mr. Levy King III. We're talking about a new program being offered, and the second cycle has already gotten started of the Minority Build a Business Accelerator Cohort program. Define the word cohort so that we know exactly what we're talking about from that part of the name.
So a cohort is a group of people that come together with like goals, like mindset, who are trying to move collectively from an individual perspective of gaining, growing their own growth potential, but also having that network of people that they can actually glean that encouragement from, that motivation from, led by a group of subject matter experts, which we've selected some of the highest level of experts in the Mobile area to come in and help deliver this information. So that is the definition of our cohort and how our cohort is going. It's really an alumni group. This cohort will be a cohort over the next 3 years, and each class will become a part of this alumni family of this MBA, BA cohort program.
And talk about who some of those experts are as far as the different skill levels. I saw there were several that we mentioned initially, but go down that list if you want to give us a short
So we brought in individuals from building strategic plans. We brought in individuals who've coached business plans, who've coached the legal aspect of your business, who've coached dynamics of social media, who are coaching now on dynamics of process and procedures, policies and controls. So those are a few of those topics that we take an in-depth look into how to develop, how to build, and how to execute those different deliverables. And once our SMEs finish delivering their topics, they're still attached and available to each of our cohort members for that ongoing coaching, that ongoing development that we know they'll lead for years to come.
Now, how much does this cost?
We tell them.
I mean, is there a cost for
It's
this?
no cost at all.
I mean, it's incredible. It's very impressive when we talk
very-
about what's provided.
It's provided. I mean, they get, like Mr. King said, they get 18 weeks of phenomenal information that they don't have to pay for at all, and this is phenomenal.
And your funding came from something that, we don't always hear where the money, we heard about the money being available, but
Right.
where did it go and who got it and what are they doing with it? So it says here, this project is supported by the American Rescue Plan
Correct.
funds
Right.
awarded to the Mobile County Commission by the U.S. Department of Treasury. So
Yes.
we're talking about some serious requirements for you all to have been able to implement this program that you had to meet.
Yes.
But in the meantime, though, what you're given, what you just laid out there for these entrepreneurs is just incredible opportunity.
It is.
Like it
It
very
is.
is. It really is. So, like I said before, the first group that came in, they were so enthused about what was going on, and they learned a lot, and they appreciate the information that was given to help them. And the second cohort is doing the same.
Mr. King, he sort of touched on it there. We were saying that in 2020, black people represented about 14.2% of all Americans, but only 2.4% of all employer firm owners. And from this group of people, I was thinking of the numbers where there are 141,000 U.S. companies with majority black or African American ownership, and 28% of the total were in the sector. Now, it says that healthcare and social assistance is one of the largest groups, and I was surprised when I came across that being one of the largest areas that black-owned businesses are involved in. Do we have some of those here in the Mobile community?
We do. We actually have in the class 3 nurses in this program, and they are scaling up their businesses to be able to compete on a local, statewide, and a national level. So we do have some of those businesses, but the numbers are abhorrent, to be honest with you. The number of African American owned healthcare industries and service providers are minimum. Of course, we know companies like Ball Healthcare,
Right.
and we know Franklin. We know those companies that have really built a really massive touch, not just locally, but throughout the state.
And stood the test of time.
And
Correct.
stood the test of time. But now we have more who are being provided with that same level of equity through understanding, through resources, providing that level of equity where they can actually become one day a Franklin, one day a Ball Healthcare. And please, a huge thanks to Commissioner Ludgood. She was a champion for the Black Chamber, and she was very intricate in making sure that we had the information to be able to apply and pass those metrics to receive that funding via the ARPA funding.
And that aspect of knowing what's going on, when it's happening, and how you can be a part of it is so important. Now, this is one I wanted to brag about. I was telling you all earlier. It says, what U.S. city has the most black-owned businesses? Have you all included that in your presentation? Atlanta, Georgia. I proudly say that.
We saw that.
And my question is, can the success that's happened there happen for black-owned businesses in Mobile?
I say so.
Okay.
It really can, and especially with this cohort that we have, we'll be steady putting out businesses with this cohort. So yes, it can. We can be number one.
There you go.
You know,
and,
we can
and
be
how
number
long do you
one.
have funding available for you to have how many cohort groups that finish your program? How long? Can you
6.
keep it?
So there are 6 cohorts. We've already done 1. We're halfway through the second. So this program funding lasts through the summer of 2026. We have to spend that final penny by the summer of 2026. So the class dates are already set for the next 2.5 years, give or take. And we know that each class is max is 15 when we begin. So yes, we are structured to be an impactful organization when it comes to producing, supporting, and encouraging these cohort students and attendees through 2026, the summer.
And that's the question now for those who are watching today. Are they too late to be a part of this, or there still will be some slots available between now and 2026?
There'll be some slots, but when the graduation for this class ends, we'll be ready for the next class. So they have the
that
opportunity.
class is already set, or is there still an opportunity?
It's opportunity
Okay,
for us.
that's
So they
what I
need to
want-
look. Yes, they need
that's
to
what I
look
want
out.
you to tell them, let them know.
Look out for the next opportunity to sign up for register for the class.
Okay.
So we will have it on our website, and we'll send it out in our email. So they check out the mabcc.org Facebook page and website. The information will be there.
Excellent. And what message do you want to leave with that person who's thinking, I've got an idea, I think I can make this a business. Now, what do I do next? What step? What do you want to tell them? Take about 30 seconds.
That's really it. They need to step. They need to take action. If they've got an idea, the first cohort is just simply for those who have an idea. We take them through the process. The second cohort are for those who are in business, and we help them scale up their businesses. So they just need to take action, visit the Chamber's website, as Chairwoman has already mentioned, take that step, apply, go through the process, and hopefully they'll be selected to be one of those 15 individuals.
We thank you both very much, Ms. Wilson and Mr. King, for coming and sharing. And we've got to make sure we get that information out there. So the next time, here's a look at the Chamber's information, address, phone number, as well as the website to contact. If you are interested, definitely please take advantage of this opportunity. This is 1 in a million chances, because it has not always been like this in the past.
Right.
And I commend you both for making this happen here in the Mobile area. Well, we thank you for joining us then. Remember, you can find all of the previous episodes of Perspectives at fox10tv.com, our Fox 10 app, or on our YouTube page as well. We look forward to seeing you next time here on Perspectives.